All right, so what we're going to talk about tonight is Facebook best practices, 5 easy steps for success with doing marketing through Facebook. And as you guys know, Facebook is one of the most popular social networks there is, and people, know of the power of Facebook, how you can reach just millions of people through Facebook, but a lot of people don't understand, the correct way to do it without, coming off as salesy and being too pushy with your products, or just coming off as, like a scammer or, a spammer in some ways. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight is 5 different things you should be doing to get the most out of Facebook and still maintain your friends and relationship with people you have there. So the first one is follow, interact, and be social. That's what we're going to talk about. What you're doing is liking the pages of other experts in your industry and your local businesses in your area. Every time you do a like on somebody's page, they will get a notification of it instantly, and then there's a real good chance that, especially if you're liking the page as one of your pages, that there's a real high chance that they're going to come to your page and like yours as well. And it could be that they might even recommend your page to the followers of their page, if it's something that's, congruent with what they're involved in, something they like, there's a real good chance they're going to share that with, the people that's on their pages. And of course, you don't want to just go like the page and then just, never go back to it. You want to be, interactive with it and, show the business that you're willing to help them with their overall creating goodwill within the community too, but, just posting a few things here and there. And then you want to be social on the page, and respond to comments on your own pages, in a timely manner, and you want to try to, be civil about it, be kind to people on there, and, just keep engagement going with your page. Engaging users ultimately allows you to learn more about the interest and deliver on their needs. So the more active you are on other people's pages, and then of course your own page, you'll start getting a feel for what the kind of content people are looking for that you can, start sharing and liking and putting on your own pages. So the next thing I want to talk about is the actual tone of your posts, the message that you're, the tone of voice that your message is coming through with on the interactions that you have with either somebody else's page or your own. The first thing you want to do is you want to decide what type of tone or presence you want to come through with in your posting on other people's pages and your own page. Now, it may take some experimentation with this, to decide, what best suits you. I mean, you can't come off as pretentious. You want to, be, somewhat to your own personality, but you want it to be, interesting and non-offensive in that people, are looking forward to the post you put on there because, they get some sort of value out of them. Now, you want to try to decide if this tone that you're using, your voice presence that you're using in your post, is it what's congruent with what the others on the page are posting as well? In other words, you don't want to be completely radical from what everybody else is doing on the pages. You want to try to be, intermix with them and be like a part of the community with them. And then once you finally decided, what's working best for, the particular page that you're interacting with, you want to try to stick with that same type of personality or tone of voice throughout the, the posts that you make on there, so that you can be, shown as a person, that when they see a post from you, they know kind of what to expect from you and the kind of stance you're going to take on, answering questions and things that come up as far as, things that might be a little bit controversial or whatever, with the kind of stance that you're going to take, that you're not just going to be some kind of bipolar person. You just never know what to expect from them. So next we want to talk about being engaging on your posting on Facebook. Your goal on Facebook is to try to drive an engagement, ultimately conversions. You want to craft your postings that drive the highest amounts of engagement. In other words, you want to try to get posts that you make on your other people's pages and your own pages and in your groups that you might have to be ones that, provoke interaction from the people that are reading them. In other words, you don't want to just post things constantly that, there's never no call to action, not really call to action to sell anything, but call to action to respond to it in some way. The more things that you can post that are congruent with the rest of the community there, the more shares and likes you'll get out of it. Any shares you get out of it are going to help not only the page itself to get more likes, but will also help build your brand on Facebook as well. So the type of engaging post to work into your posting mixes, like ask questions. I've seen people do fill in the blank things where they ask a question, but they leave one of the words out and ask people to fill in the blank. Of course, posting videos and photos and images, memes and that type of thing are always popular. Of course, you want to try to be careful with those that you're not, straying too far from the ultimate purpose and the theme of the page that you're on, whether it's yours or somebody else's. You want to, try to stay somewhat in what everybody's looking for there instead of posting something that's just totally off the wall that distracts from, what the goal of the page is for. And then, of course, you want to try in anything you do as far as engaging, show that, that you are human, you do have compassion, you do have interest in other people's opinions, and that you're not going to be somebody that's in there just considered like you used to have trolls on forums that people would go in there just looking to cause problems, wanting to stir up a mess to see who they could get to argue back with them, in other words. So, you want to show people that, that you do have a human side, that you do care about things, and that you do have, a reasonable attitude in dealing with, topics that, that might be a little bit controversial. When it comes to posting about offers and sweepstakes and deals like that, you don't want to constantly be doing that type of post. You want to have a good mix of posts. I've heard that the best ratio is like 3-to-1 or 4-to-1. In other words, you want to have 3 or 4 engaging, conversational, information type posts as opposed and one post that leads off to something that you're trying to promote or something that you're trying to get more traffic to or whatever it might be. One of the mistakes a lot of people make with a fan page or a group, and even on their own personal profiles, the only reason they go to Facebook is to post about something they're wanting to sell. And that people initially will look at it, but then after a while they start turning a blind eye to all your posts because they know every time you come on there, it's all you're going to be doing is trying to sell them on something or trying to drive traffic to something. So if you mix up your posts, with some engaging things, like I said, things that provoke people to respond back, they will accept, an occasional post about something you're wanting to promote a lot better. Now, using hashtags intelligently. Now, hashtags have become really, really popular in almost all of the social networks. Hashtags are even seen in television commercials now. They're also seen in some offline advertising newspapers. I've seen a lot of ads in newspapers that will have a hashtag on them. So they're getting really popular, and you could even go search for trending hashtags if you're looking for a topic, something that you're wanting to participate in a topic. Or search engines that you can go to that are just for hashtags now, that you can go and you can start following the conversation on a particular topic across several different social networks. But just about all of the social networks now have incorporated hashtags. Facebook was a little slow to take to it, but they are doing it now, and they've been doing it for, several years now, about 3 or 4 years now. They've been doing the hashtags as well. Now, if you don't know what a hashtag, it's the pound sign or the number sign that people put in front of a one-word phrase. Now, it could be that it is a phrase of 2 or 3 words, but they put them together all as one word. So, because hashtags are linked to, they create a searchable link to the immediate word that follows the hashtag. So, if you have a group of words that you wanted to create a hashtag for, or one that you're wanting to search, you would put the phrase in without any spaces behind the hashtag, and that's how you would create a new hashtag or search for one that you're wanting to find what people are posting about on that topic. Now, like I said, most all of the social networks are doing this now, and almost every single one of them, when you do post a hashtag, it does become an immediate search index that when you can click on it and it'll pull up everybody else that's talking about that particular topic in that social network. Even YouTube is finally adopted to doing hashtags. They just started doing it about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. But you can even do it on YouTube now. The thing about hashtags is you want to be careful on how you use them, because you can get in trouble with them, and you can just create useless hashtags that nobody cares about. A good thing you can do is create a hashtag for your business and just use it, not on every single post that you do, but any posts that are related to your business or your business topic. You can put, your hashtag that you're trying to get popular in that network. Now, like I said, there's things you don't want to do with hashtags. First thing is you don't want to use the hashtag on every single post that you do, especially if the hashtag you're going to use has nothing to do with the post that you just made. In other words, you don't want to put a meme, an image of a meme up on Facebook and then put the hashtag for your business. Unless, the meme would happen to be kind of related to your business, then you might get away with that. But just because you're posting something that, is lighthearted or funny, you don't want to try to promote your business along with that. People don't like for you to do that. You don't want to use irrelevant hashtags to try and show up in search results. In other words, if you know that a hashtag is trending, like you've seen on one of the popular television shows, about a hashtag they're telling people to use on the social networks, you don't want to go in there and put that hashtag on your post if it has nothing to do with that topic. People don't like that at all. And in fact, they will start, blocking your messages from their stream if you continue to do that. And you don't want to use senseless words and hashtags like amazing or just like yep or I agree and that kind of thing. You don't want to make, just random things as hashtags that have, absolutely no meaning that, nobody would ever search for. So you want to try to use them intelligently, and use ones that, have the possibility of trending. And like I said, if you can catch one that is trending, that is related to your business, well, then you've got a good opportunity to drive people to your post over on Facebook by using that hashtag. If, like I said, it does pertain to, your page or the post that you made. Now, we're always asking, what is the advantage of using hashtags in social media sites? The biggest advantage to using hashtags on any social media site is that, first off, if you know of a hashtag that's trending and is somewhat related to your business or something that you're wanting to promote, you can do a search for that hashtag. In other words, you go up to Facebook, and then where it has the search thing, you just put the hashtag there, and it'll show up every post that's on Facebook, well, down to a certain range. I think it goes down to like 2 or 3 weeks or so, and then you start scrolling back to see the older ones. But it gives you the opportunity to see where people are talking about that topic, and it will help you to find, pages and groups that you could participate in, that you can start being engaging with the people there and get them back over to your pages, or maybe to friend you or message you on the social network. So it's a good way to find, all of the conversations that are going on about a particular topic, and if there's some way, that you can engage with that and get people to start following you on Facebook, then it just helps build your audience and your brand. Now, like I said, you can actually start trying to promote your own hashtag. Like you could create a hashtag for your business or a hashtag for your name. If you're going to be really proliferant on the social networks, you might want to start trying to build a hashtag around your name or your business name so that people can go on the social networks. Once, the word starts to spread and you start getting a following, that people can maybe start searching for you on those social networks. Because like I said, most all of the social networks now have the hashtag capability now. Like I said, even YouTube has finally adopted it now. You can do search for hashtags over on YouTube and find videos about a trending topic or a hashtag topic over on YouTube. And YouTube even has it incorporated back into their Google Plus, so that you can also find, posts over on Google Plus on that same hashtag. So it gives you the opportunity of Google Plus to add those people into your circle of friends over on Google Plus. So, Twitter was the first one to start doing it, and it's worked out really well, and people are using it a lot now. So hashtag is something you should be using, in all of your social media in some way. Like I said, you don't want to post everything with a hashtag, but you do want to try to use them as much as possible. And again, the last thing is we'll talk about a healthy mix of posts. We talked about this just a little bit there on the being engaging section. You want to try to stay fresh and engaging with the different types of posts, including, but not limited to, telling fans what's new with your business. Again, asking questions, posting images, videos, and memes. You want to share posts from other experts. Now, this is something that most people don't realize can get them a lot of traffic, is if you are engaging in part of another group or like another fan page, you can share, as long as those are public, it's not a private group. You can share those things over on your fan page or in your group if it's public, and you can actually drive traffic back to your pages just by doing that share. Because every time that share goes out, more people will, want to see the people that liked it. They'll start clicking on their links to see what that kind of pages and groups that they have. So that's one of the things that a lot of people ignore doing, is sharing stuff from other people in their industry. You're going to gain, a lot of followers that way that normally wouldn't follow you. One of the things years ago, and it still works to this day, is going on Twitter and following followers of the big heavy hitters in your industry. You will get a good percentage of those people following a heavy hitter on Twitter to also follow you just by doing that. This sharing of other posts on Facebook and Pinterest and other sites like it that allow you to share, that also, like I said, it drives traffic back to your own pages as well, because people see that you're liking that type of content and you're sharing it. They want to see what type of content that you have of your own. People like taking polls. Again, like I said, offering deals or specials occasionally on your own pages is a great thing. Doing it on other people's pages and groups, you probably want to see what the trend is and what the rules are that the page owner or the group owner allows as far as any kind of self-promotion. And in some cases, you may actually want to contact the owner of the page first or the group and ask them, what's acceptable with them as far as posting anything in one of their groups or pages that is promotional. On your own pages, though, you can pretty much do what you want, but like I said, you want to try to have a mixture of your content that you're posting, as opposed to always being posting something that's promotional. Holding contests or sweepstakes is another great thing to do. And in fact, contests and sweepstakes are one of the things people love to share, especially if there's an incentive for doing the share to start with. You can have contests and sweepstakes that if people share it enough time, they get an extra advantage in the contest or whatever it might be. And of course, we talked about, using the fill in the blanks type posts where you're asking people to fill in a blank to answer a question. That gets, a lot of curiosity up and people, posting what they think would be the answer to the question. Then of course you want to, try to stay tending with the holidays and things that are going on in, the rest of the world, or topics that are trending like the past election. That was a good opportunity to, to participate in a lot of fan pages and groups. So over this past election, like I said, holidays, any kind of special events that are coming up, like maybe there's a Bruce Springsteen concert coming up. He rarely does concerts now. He's pretty much retired. But if you hear of him doing a concert, that's a great place, where you can start interacting with people, especially if your business model is kind of related to, the music industry or entertainment industry or something like that. In other words, you could find people that are in your industry that are doing something special out of the way, and that might be something else you might want to bring up as a topic or share on your own pages and groups. So, having, a good healthy mix of non-promotional as opposed to, occasional promotional will keep people coming back to your pages and, like I said, get them to be engaging with your pages and your groups. So to recap, these are the 5 steps that we have for getting the most out of Facebook. First off, you want to follow and interact and be social. In other words, you want to try to find pages and groups of other people that are in your same industry or same business niche or topic, and see and try to participate in those areas and try to subtly lead people back to your own properties that you have over on Facebook. The second thing is you want to decide on the message tone and your posting characteristics and what people will expect from you when you are engaging either on your own pages or somebody else's pages. You want to try to have that same congruency across everything that you do on that social network. Number 3 is you want to be engaging. Try to get people to respond to posts that you make either on other people's pages or your own. You want to try to get people to interact as much as possible. The more interaction you have, getting them to like and share, like I said, leads back to more people coming to see what's on your own pages and groups. Number 4, the biggie, using hashtags. Hashtags is an excellent way to drive traffic. It's an excellent way to find other people that are interested in the same things that you're interested in or the things that your business is topicked around. That's a great way to find extra traffic that you can use to filter back to your own pages. Again, with hashtags, you want to use them intelligently. You don't want to just go out there and blatantly use them in the wrong places and the wrong means. You want to try to make your hashtags, a part of the conversation, not something that stands out and just detracts from the conversation. And again, the 5th thing, have, a good healthy mix of your posts. Don't be afraid to share other people's stuff and to like other people's stuff that you see on Facebook, because like I said, it ultimately leads back to some of those followers wanting to check out what you have. If you're interested in what somebody else has, they want to see what your sites, what your pages and what your groups are like as well. So that's another way of getting, more followers back to your pages and your groups. And of course, like I said, if you have any question about this is a presentation I did for John Smiley. He owns Know Like Trust Social, and you can contact John if you have questions on any of this at info@kltsocial.com. And of course, you can visit his website at www.kltsocial.com as well.